incoming yap session. So I just saw some pics of the Golden Joystick Awards, whatever the hell the name of that thing is, I don't know it, while I was scrolling through TikTok, and Baldur's Gate winning all these awards and all that kind of thing. So game of the year, yada yada, this, that, whatnot, as if it wasn't fucking obvious. Like, yeah, if the devs come together, put together an amazing fucking game, right? No microtransactions, no repeated bullshit year after year after year. I'm looking at you, Assassin's Creed, FIFA, all them fucking sports games, right? And I ain't go fault on the sports games too much. What the fuck else would they do? As soon as they integrate any other element other than just kicking a ball, catching a ball, running around with balls in your hands, is just not a sports game. So I can't fault them for that. But, you know, sports game. Not my kind of thing. But, you know. But yeah, all the effort put into Baldur's Gate thing, the early access for fucking years, the actual devs listening to the community and all that kind of shit stuff, and then to nobody's fucking surprise, it has gotten Game of the Year, this, that, best visuals, something about story, I think, PC game, some ultimate game, something like the other, and public opinion on some shit, right? To nobody's fucking surprise. To nobody's fucking surprise. I mean, unless you're speaking fluent Delulu, then it's to nobody's fucking surprise that Baldur's Gate would have been Game of the Year. When did Elden Ring come out? Last year? The year before? When did Elden Ring come out? Whatever, doesn't matter. Speaking of Baldur's Gate, while I was doing some upgrades to my computer, I don't think I uploaded the video stating. No, it was part of the series that I was re-recording. Okay, so there's been just no update on that since. And not like anybody's watching it anyways. The series that I was a little, I don't know, yeah, the playthrough series. Yeah, I've lost hours and hours of footage from that shit while upgrading my computer. I put in 2 new SSDs, and while I was transferring over the files, electricity went out, so everything died, and in the process the files that I was using got corrupted. So one of, like, well, not one, a couple of the bigger files got corrupted part of the way through. So, you know, at different, some of them closer to the start, some of them in the middle, some of them to the end. So you have footage, but it's never consistent footage because I don't film it that way. I try to cut out all the walking bit. That's not particularly interesting. And well, then I would just continue recording the interesting bits. But because of that, and sometimes footage is like a whole hour and some shit so apart, like scenes would be just a whole hour and some shit apart in my case, because I fiddle around in the same areas looking for all the little hidden shit. I miss a lot of it, but you know, sometimes I find some shit. And because of that, I have lost a lot of footage to the point where it makes no sense to me to continue with that series. So I restarted another one, and I have a good amount of footage done, but is indecisive ass footage. When I say indecisive ass, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a specific builds in mind for characters. I'm just going off of what I think would work. And I'm pretty fucking strong, no lie. But it's not coherent in classes. Gameplay wise is fine. I don't think I even spoke much in recording that noise. But gameplay wise is decent, I think. Whether or not I will put it out, I don't know. Because that'll take a while, you know? It'll take a minute to edit down all of that footage, and I could be doing that today actually. Huh. Yeah, I might do that today. Okay. Well, I adjusted volume again. Last session I found that I was like around the same level of sound as the audio from Skyrim, so I adjusted to that so that it's not, so that you're not hearing Skyrim over me, or you're not getting confused in the sounds and whatnot. So one talking gonna be interrupted by another one. If anything, my talking will cut through the audio from Skyrim. Why? I don't know. The game is probably the more interesting part of this, but still, I prefer it if one stands out more than the other, so that they're not just all blending, mission and matching. You're trying to fight to hear who's speaking this or who's speaking that or whatnot. But yeah, yap session done. God, this game looks fucking good.
An old Nordic ruin.
Hey, Cassius.
Well met, Rigmore. So good to see you looking better.
We're going to the College of Winterhold. I'm hoping to learn about my family.
Is there something wrong? What is it?
Rigmore hasn't been feeling too well after everything she has been through.
I see. I noticed you no longer wear your armor or a weapon. I hope this isn't permanent. You'll be needing it shortly.
Hey, I don't want to go back there, okay? As far as I know, my part in this is done.
Rigmore, there is the threat of an imminent invasion. Have you forgotten that?
I'll just let you all take care of that. Armies fight armies, right? Not young girls.
What if this young girl was to lead an army?
What's all this about Cassius?
I don't know how or why, but for the last few days, scores of old Nord warriors have been arriving at Ingol's camp from all over Tamriel. I want to see you, Rigmore.
Why are you telling me this?
They are your father's old brigade, the Sons of Talos. They have come to pledge their swords and lives to follow you. Like it or not, they have sworn loyalty to you and you alone.
They don't even know me. I won't do it. I can't do it.
You need to get a grip on yourself, young lady. These men, we will need them in the coming battle. The fate of Skyrim, no, Tamriel even, could depend on you. You need to sort this out, Dragonborn. Whatever it takes. She needs to address these men.
Hey, I'm right here, okay? I am not invisible. And no! I won't do it. I can't do it. You can't make me.
Hey.
Cassius, enough! Can't you see she's not well?
I'm sorry, my child. Please forgive me. Hey, everything is going to be okay. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. How about we pretend? All you need to do is go to Ingol's camp and say a few words. Rally them. You can borrow some steel plate I have here and a sword, only to help out. That's all. Could you do that?
I'll try, okay?
Hey, we'll cross that bridge together when we come to it, okay?
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey,
Do you have any idea how long it's taken me to break through to her?
I didn't realize she was in such a bad way, Dragonborn. Please forgive me. I can only hope she recovers in time. We will need her.
Well, we might have to do without her, sons or no sons. Get used to that idea.
Of course. It breaks my heart to see her like that, truly. But she must address the Sons of Talos.
I'll prepare her the best I can. Then I'm going to take her home.
Until next time.
I swear by the gods, the next one to upset you like that, I'll cleave them in two.
Forget it. Let's just go, can we?
The pacing in this is very similar to the pacing you would find in anime, dog. Where it's everything's happening, but you don't know how much time is passing between specific scenes. You have to sit down there and study what the fuck they're talking about, listen to the details. This operation is happening in 3 months. Then you'll figure out, okay, 3 months passed since then and there. But then if 3 months pass, what development happened during that time to you know,
Need a ride?
to say how the
like to hire your
characters have
carriage.
grown and all that kind of thing. So it's like
Where do you want to
character
go?
growth only happens when
Winterhold.
Climb and back,
characters
we'll
are
be
on the
off.
screen, but they
Can't wait
act
here forever.
as if the character growth has been going on
Hey, an inn.
in the background. If that makes sense. What the fuck is this?
So it's true. Part of the town did fall into the sea. Whoa. Is that the College of Winterhold up ahead?
It's supposed to be?
I could use a drink.
This overall just took the entire fucking town and just made something new out of it. Huh. Weird, though. That's the most drastic change I've seen in any part of this mod pack so far. Mod pack, mod list. This same shit is a pack of mods.
Hey, fancy some mead?
Is that one of like the beacon things that's... Huh. They turned the little shack that's known as Winterhold into a fucking fallen city. I like it. Drastic change though. But I like it. Confusing. But I like it.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Why are you out here?
I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here?
Archmage Malessum invited us here.
I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
I'm not doing that. Oh wait, no, the questline got overhauled, I think. So I might do that just to experience it. See what it would be like. They fixed the bridge. No more falling off their peril. They'll actually have the jump.
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off limits.
Didn't ask. That looks pretty fucking sick. Fury. And that's a shout. As well as the regular beam from the...
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor receive no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here.
Goddamn. Is this not where I'm supposed to go? Fucking markers in this place specifically just always be so damn confusing. And for what? No fucking reason at all. None. No, never mind. The markers are not confusing. I'm just a dumbass. Yes, I was indeed the dumbest of asses. Upstairs just to go downstairs? Architecturally wise, that doesn't make sense. Right now we should be walking into freaking, you know, the area we just came out of. This hall shouldn't be here. But whatever. We should have been on the floor, falling through.
Rigmar's guardian. And the famous, or perhaps I should say infamous, Rigmor of Bruma. I am honored to make your acquaintance at long last.
Hi. I'm hoping to find out anything about my ancestry.
Ah, yes. Rigmor, why don't you go with Keris? She will take good care of you and explain a little about all that.
Oh, did you need something? Until next time.
Ah.
Dragonborn?
It's okay. You go ahead. I have some business to discuss. I'll be right over.
Okay.
Come this way, Rigmor. There's so much to talk about.
This place is so cool. I love it already.
Cool? Are you cold?
It means great. I made it up.
Oh, I've never heard of that. How interesting.
Ah.
Okay, Melisum. You said there's something important I should know about Rigmor.
It's a rather long story. Would you like the complete version or just the bare facts?
I want to know everything.
A long time ago, some 200 years to be precise, there was a mercenary by trade known as Rigmor of Cyrodiil. She had a pretty uneventful early life, taking petty contracts until she joined an army of outlaws. The very same outlaw army, led by the Colovian warlord Titus Mede, who marched into the imperial city in the 17th year of the Fourth Era, wresting power from fools the gibbering. It was a sad tragedy then that, after giving birth to a baby girl 3 years later, she became bravely ill and died shortly after at the age of 38. Physicians attribute her death to the unwanted accidental pregnancy at a late age.
And the child?
Titus Mead was besides himself with grief and arrangements, but made for the child to be adopted by the College of Winterhold by royal decree. The infant was duly adopted, and her belongings kept in storage therein. The child was named Morgan. At her coming of age, Morgan of Winterhold was summoned to the imperial city to become imperial court mage to the Mead dynasty, where she later was to become a very powerful influence. Before she left to take up her newly appointed duties, it is rumored she had taken her late mother's Daedric armor and crafted an amulet of Talos from it. She also took a Daedric ceremonial blade her mother had kept as a souvenir to strengthen her mother's bastard sword, with its blade increasing its properties.
That's the amulet and the sword that we had. That's pretty fucking sick.
She must have been a very powerful woman.
The Emperor would always seek her guidance in affairs of the Empire. Overshadowing the heir to the dynasty, Athrobus Mead, who was fiercely jealous of this foreign witch, so much so, at the event of the Emperor's death, Athrobus Mead struck. Morgan and her husband, a palace guard captain, were accused of a plot to usurp power. Her husband was slain, and Morgan escaped, fleeing Cyrodiil with their only child. Her disappearance only served to confirm the rumors Morgan was the bastard child of Titus Mead I and Rigmor of Cyrodiil. She and her child Morgana were never heard of again. Then, one fine day, Morgan's heirlooms miraculously surfaced. The Falmor had found them buried in a chest belonging to one Ragnar of Bruma. The identity of Rigmor, his only heir, and her history became known to the college. Unfortunately, we were too late to intervene. The college, you see, is duty-bound to protect and serve the descendants of Morgan of Winterhold.
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
Before she leaves here, it is my duty to tell her of her ancestry. The Emperor Titus Mead II is to restore her name and accept her family as part of the Mead dynasty. He is also offering her the position of the recently vacant Countess of Bruma, if she desires it. All she has to do is accept it, and it shall be hers. So now, Guardian, here we are.
She is too fragile. Now would not be a good time to tell her.
I am afraid this doesn't concern you anymore, Guardian. Tell her I must.
I am duty-bound to protect her. I will tell her when I think the time is right.
I shall ignore the threatening undertones, Guardian. You see, killing me would serve no purpose. She will eventually come to know. Unless, of course, you intend to lock her away in some dark dungeon, or gallivant around the wilds of Tamriel like a common bandit. Also, I like you. I have a lot of respect for you and your achievements, and you have protected her well. In fact, I cannot think of anywhere else I would rather Rigmor be at this troubling time. With an imminent invasion looming, and all that, it would be prudent to await the outcome of such an event. We would, after all, need to make sure the Emperor is still in residence at the Imperial City.
Agreed. No point in telling her just yet.
So I will relent and leave the decision to you when to tell her. But I must have your word. Give me your word of honor, Guardian, that as soon as she is fit and well, you will deliver to Rigmor her legacy.
I don't really have much choice, do I?
I am afraid not.
Bastard.
I'm waiting.
He sounded mad zesty the way he just said that.
You have my word of honor.
I think our business here is done. Anyway, Guardian, it's obvious now is not the time. Take care of her.
Dragonborn, you have so got to see this. Come on, this way.
I think we had better see what all that commotion is about.